Hello, my name is Alistair Yeomans. I'm the Acting Scheme Manager of the Plant Healthy Certification Scheme, which is what I'll be talking to you about today. Before I start, I would like to thank Hort Science Online 2020 for asking me to present today. The key areas that I will cover during this presentation are the formation of the Plant Health Alliance and the organisations that are involved, the publication of the Plant Health Management Standard in January 2019, how to start the process of applying the Plant Health Management Standard to your business or organisation, and an overview of the certification process. Now you may have noticed the logo in the top right hand corner of the screen. This is the United Nations International Year of Plant Health 2020 logo. You may also note the first 0 of 2020 in the logo is multicolored. This represents a link to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The most relevant goal for plants is 15, which indicates that by caring for and conserving plant-based terrestrial ecosystems, we can help tackle climate change and halt biodiversity loss. So why is there a need for an International Year of Plant Health? Well, simply put, our plants are under threat from a range of destructive pests and diseases. To take the trees in Europe as an example, a recent International Union for Conservation of Nature report indicated that 42% of European trees are considered as having a high risk of extinction, the primary threat being from invasive species, in other words, plant pests. On the left is a picture of oak processionary moth, which is an example of an insect pest that was first and accidentally introduced to England in 2005. Oak processionary moth is damaging to trees, woodland ecology, and the small hairs shed by the caterpillars can cause respiratory problems and rashes on people. On the right is a picture of a young ash tree infected with cholera ash dieback disease. This fungal pathogen was first detected in the UK about 10 years ago. Ash dieback is now causing significant damage to the UK's ash population, with implications for woodland biodiversity and ecology, and also for the hardwood industries. In the UK, we have our own International Year of Plant Health 2020 website, which provides information on how everyone can become involved in the International Year of Plant Health. So what is the scale of the threat from plant pests to the UK? In the green circles are monetary estimates of the benefits plants provide us with. These estimates take into account social, environmental and economic valuations. The green circle at the top indicates that London's public green spaces provide us with £5 billion worth of value each year. £24.2 billion is the contribution to the UK's national GDP from ornamental horticulture and landscaping, and £270 billion is the total value of the benefits in perpetuity that woodlands provide to society in the UK. These monetary valuations represent considerable cultural, natural, as well as economic value to all of us here in the UK. So what is the threat? Since 1970, at least 20 exotic pests have been introduced to the UK that are currently causing damage to our trees and woodlands. There are 47 other pests that have not yet been detected in the UK that are capable of causing considerable damage to various tree species. And 595 is the most recent number of plant species that have been assessed as susceptible to Xylella fastidiosa. Xylella fastidiosa is a bacterial disease. It was detected in southern Italy about 8 years ago and is destroying many thousands of ancient olive trees. Authorities are desperately trying to stop it spreading in Italy. However, it has more recently been found in Spain, Portugal and France. So the disease is moving closer to the UK. Xylella can also infect many garden favourites such as lavender, bay, periwinkle and rosemary plants. It is likely that it would be devastating if Xylella was introduced and spread in the UK. So what is the cost of getting plant biosecurity wrong? In the case of one nursery, they estimated that their turnover would be reduced by £270,000 per year should they have an outbreak of Xylella on their site. £2 million was the approximate cost of eradicating an outbreak of Asian longhorn beetle which was introduced to the UK in 2012. I'm pleased to say that the eradication of the pest was finally confirmed last year. However, it is worth noting that 31% of London trees are susceptible to this highly aggressive insect, so we must keep it from being introduced to the UK again. In terms of Callara ash dieback, it is estimated that the loss of ash trees will result in £7.4 billion worth of costs and losses to the UK in this decade alone. But how do the threats from plant pests relate to the horticultural trade? Well, unfortunately, the most common pathway for plant pests to be introduced to a new area is by the movement of live plants. This means the movement of plant material from one area to another. So the message is simple. Plants can carry damaging pests and transmit them to our gardens, farms, forests, and natural environment. In the case of Xylella, the European Commission describes Xylella as one of the most dangerous plant bacteria worldwide, with huge economic impact for agriculture, public gardens, and the environment. For further information on Xylella, I recommend watching a short YouTube video featuring Dame Helen Mirren that was produced as part of the Bridget Research Project. The Bridget Project specifically looks at the potential impacts of Xylella if it were to arrive in the UK. Of particular relevance to the horticulture sector is an explanation of the stringent measures that would be applied in the case of a Xylella outbreak occurring at a UK garden centre or nursery. So it was with this threat in mind that the Plant Health Alliance was formed in 2018. The organisations that make up the alliance include government agencies, trade associations and environmental charities. The aim of the alliance is to promote and enhance plant health and biosecurity measures to protect plant species in the UK and beyond. The alliance produced the Plant Health Management Standard in January 2019 and are the governing body of the Plant Healthy Certification Scheme, which is run as a not-for-profit initiative. The scheme is based on the Plant Health Management Standard. People may be familiar with other types of schemes. On the left-hand side, there are some examples of certification marks from schemes that audit a range of activities ranging from responsible food production to environmental stewardship and ethical trading. The Plant Health Management Standard, as the name suggests, concentrates on plant health and biosecurity. It sets out a list of 23 requirements to enhance plant biosecurity and improve the health of plants that we buy, sell and grow. It aims to enable businesses and organisations to demonstrate that they are operating responsibly and in a biosecure manner in terms of their plant health management systems. Integral to the Plant Health Management Standard are two key concepts. The first is the World Trade Organization's appropriate level of protection. The second is the International Plant Protection Convention's pest risk analysis. These concepts are normally applied at the national or regional level, and in the case of pest risk analysis, to a specific pest. The Plant Health Management Standard has adapted the principles of appropriate level of protection and pest risk analysis and applied them to a site or sites, that is, the areas where a business or organisation is located and where it operates from. The aim is to map pest pathways and prevent pest introductions into a defined area. The Plant Health Management Standard takes a risk-based approach. So it is not as simple as setting quality control specifications. What we're aiming to do is to identify and lower the risks associated with growing and trading plant material to an acceptable level. The pest risk analysis process is at the heart of the plant health management standard. It places responsibility on a business or organization to conduct a systematic analysis of the critical points of their operations. It can be summarized as follows. The first stage is initiation. Identify the extent of a site or sites. List all of the host plants grown and handled. Identify the pests associated with the host plants. And map the pest pathways onto the site. The second stage is assessing the unmitigated plant biosecurity risk from the business or organization's operations. Third is pest risk management. That is, identifying the controls to reduce the risk to an acceptable level. Thereafter and ongoing is a monitoring regime and self-assessment process, all with a view to the continual improvement and development of robust pest management systems. These three stages have been taken from the International Plant Protection Convention's framework for pest risk analysis. So, the Plant Health Management Standard is applied to individual businesses or organizations, which is a first key level of protection and focuses on what an individual business or organization can enact. For the system to be fully effective, we need stakeholders across the supply chain for live plants to adopt the standard. Here is a simplified representation of plant supply chains, starting with stock plants on the left and ending with mature plants growing in a designed landscape on the right-hand side. So what we are trying to avoid is pests entering the supply chain on infected plants and spreading throughout our industry and wider environment. So the concept is to apply the standard to the full range of businesses and organizations so that plants can safely move through the supply chain. On the Plant Healthy website, there are guidance documents that assist businesses and organizations to conduct a pest risk analysis. By following this guidance, the aim is to reduce risk to an acceptable level of protection. On the left-hand side is the nursery guidance document. We also have guidance for garden centres and plant retailers, landscapers, arboricultural firms, and public gardens. These resources can be found on the Plant Healthy website under the Resources section. In this section you will also find the Plant Health Management Standard itself and training modules to help you and your colleagues learn about the regulatory frameworks and the principles of plant biosecurity. On the website there is a self-assessment tool to help you start applying the Plant Health Management Standard. It is free and easy to use. Once you have registered for a free account, you will be prompted to answer a set of questions that help you apply the Plant Health Management Standard to your business or organization. There are information boxes that help guide you through the process and help you understand how to meet each requirement in the standard. Once you have completed the questions, you will receive a score and a free downloadable report that is designed to help you apply the standard to your business or organization. When you are ready, you can contact one of the two certification bodies, Grown in Britain or NSF, by requesting a callback via the Plant Healthy website. They will ask you some questions about the size and nature of your business and provide you with an estimate cost for a Plant Healthy audit. Section C of the guidance document that I referred to earlier provides the framework that the auditors will use to assess your business or organization. This part of the guidance document also provides you with further information as to how to meet the requirements of the Plant Health Management Standard. Once you have passed an audit, you'll be entitled to use the Plant Healthy certification mark on your business's stationery and certain promotional materials for as long as you remain Plant Healthy certified. So to recap, the threat from plant pests is bigger than perhaps we think, and by applying the plant health management standard to a business, we can help protect the ornamental and amenity horticultural trade. And in doing so, also protect our gardens, farms, forests, and the wider countryside from this threat to our environment. On that note, I would like to thank once again Hort Science Online 2020 for asking me to present today, and to you, the audience, for listening to this presentation. Please feel free to visit the planthealthy.org.uk website and contact me with any questions. Thank you very much.